Okay, we're talking all things Mason Hills in Leander today, and isn't it so cute? I know you saw the videos in the intro of the pool and the playground and all of that stuff. There's a ton to offer, but I wanted to do an overview of everything you need to know if you're thinking about living here, or maybe you know absolutely nothing about the neighborhood. We're gonna change that today. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk all things Mason Hills. So Mason Hills started building in 2014 and just wrapped up in 2021. So I mean, a lot of these homes that are selling right now, they're basically brand new and their warranties from the builder are still transferable. So it's a great option. Love the neighborhood, it's my favorite. If you're thinking, wait, hold on, I wanted to do new construction. I know that I wanna have a new house that's just mine. If you're like dead set on that, I'd recommend going and looking at my video on Rosenbush Ranch. It's about a mile north of Mason Hills. Great option too, D.R. Horton neighborhood. Go check it out. Anyways, back to Mason Hills. When they built this neighborhood, there were 5 different builders, and I'm a huge fan of that in a neighborhood because it gives a lot of variety at the houses. You know, there was Guillen Homes, GFO, Highland Homes, Toll Brothers, and KB that were all building in this neighborhood. So to get an idea of where the builders we're building, you know, section wise. If you're going north on Lakeline Boulevard, on the left side, there's 2 sections of the neighborhood called the Groves and the Bluffs. This was Guillen Homes, GFO, Highland, and Toll Brothers, all building on that side of the neighborhood. And then on the right side, when you're heading north on Lakeline, is the Lake section, and that was built exclusively by KB Homes. All great options. You know, with all of these builders combined, there were over 50 floor plans built just in this neighborhood. So, I mean, it's a ton of variety. If you're looking for, you know, 1,800 square feet, 3-bedroom house, they've got it. If you're looking for something pushing 4,000 square feet, you know, with 5 bedrooms and a study, you know, we've got that too. And that's what I love about the neighborhood is there's really, you know, just got a ton of variety and fits, you know, most needs for people, what they're looking for. So on the KB side of things, you know, on the lake section, this side was a little bit more cost effective, smaller lots than the lakes and than the Bluffs and the Grove section, but still great option, ton of great homes, and you've still got that square footage variety from 1,800 square feet all the way up to, you know, just under 4,000 square feet. Love the neighborhood, it's so great. So I know you saw it in the intro, but I wanted to touch on the amenities that are out there. So you saw that big pool, resort style pool, tons of room to hang out, lay out by the pool, watch your kids swim, do all of that. There's a ton of room. And then I love that they have that separate splash pad area with that shallow pool. You know, if you've got littles, it's perfect for them, you know, where you don't have to, you know, worry about them so much. You can sit there with them. It's got a beachfront entry and just that less than a foot deep of water. And another great thing out there is that over the splash pad, it's shaded. So again, these little kids in the heat of July, I love that they have some shade out there. You know, you need that. It's hot in Texas. So in the pool area, there's also several grilling spots. There's 4 grills in total. So if you want to have a cookout with some friends, this is the perfect spot to do it. And they also have a room in the amenity center that you can rent for birthday parties or things like that. If you want to have some people over, but maybe you don't want them in your house, you just want them at the pool, it's a great spot. You can rent it through the HOA. And then across from the pool, there's a playground area that you saw with a brand new swing set that they just put in. And what I love, again, with the shade, I'm big on shade today. I think it's because I'm so sick of the hot weather right now where, I don't know, depending on when you're watching this video, I'm recording this in August and I'm like, you know, I'm pretending it's fall. In my house, I've got pumpkin going on, but I mean, it is 95 degrees outside. Anyway, side note. So I'm talking about all things shaded today because I'm feeling like we need it. Anyways, when they built this neighborhood, I love that they put an emphasis on keeping the mature trees, the live oaks, the cedar trees that make this land so beautiful. You know, but they kept all of that, which is great, again, for the playground. It's shaded so that when your kids play or when you're watching them play, you're not over there dying of a heat stroke. So I love that they have that. And then there's also the basketball court that's got adjustable rims. So if you've got little kids, you can lower it. Or if you want to have like a dunking contest, you can raise it up all the way. I don't know, you do you with that. And then there's a ton of trails in the neighborhood. So if you like to walk or run, there's a ton of paths. I mean, there's miles of sidewalks going down Lakeline. A lot of them are, again, shaded. And around the pond area, there's a little track. I want to say it's about 1/3 of a mile. Don't quote me on that. It's pretty close to that. It's not quite half a mile. It's not but it's bigger than like your standard track. Anyways, the pond area, it's got turtles and some fish in it. So if you wanna fish out there, you can. In the video, you'll see the water looks a little bit low because it is. It's usually a tad bit higher than that, but we've been needing some rain lately. Okay, anyways, with the neighborhood pricing wise, you're looking right now in August of 2023, we're looking from like mid 400s up to about 900 is the range in the neighborhood. That's subject to change, you know, that's always changing. So if you're watching this video in a year from now, reach out to me and I can give you a more updated spot of where numbers are at. Tax rate wise in the neighborhood, it ranges from 2.19 up to 2.3 in the neighborhood. So we can talk specifics, just house by house it changes, or really section by section it changes, but it ranges in that 2.19 to 2.3 spot. And then schools in the neighborhood, which is obviously a huge thing if you've got kids, or if you're just thinking about resale, you want to make sure it goes to good schools. So you're in Leander ISD, which is an A-rated district. And if your kids are here, they'll be zoned to Leander High School, Leander Middle School, and Whitestone Elementary. And what I love about the location of this neighborhood in relation to the schools, or really to the elementary school, is that you can walk there. So in the bluff section of the neighborhood off of Humble Live, there's a little path that you can walk from the neighborhood straight across the street to the school. There's a little crosswalk and the kids can walk across Crystal Falls or ride their bikes and get to school that way. So if you live in the bluffs or groves especially, it's super convenient for walking your kids to school or sitting them on their bikes. It's a great spot for, you know, taking them and picking them up, makes it super convenient. And I love that about this neighborhood. So I'm going to put a link in the description to another video I have on my channel. It's a resident of Mason Hills talking about why he loves the neighborhood. And one of the things he mentions is just the convenience of the location. You know, you're about half a mile from a big Randall's down the street. So, you know, if you've forgotten something in your groceries, it's easy to run down the street and get that. And then you're close, you know, to lots of restaurants or things to do. And then also, if you've got to commute into Austin, you're looking at like a 35-minute commute, so not so bad. You can always ride the Metro Rail too. You know, you can ride the train all the way down to downtown Austin, work on the way, that kind of thing. But it's nice the convenience of where this neighborhood is in Leander. So anyways, he talks about that in the video. It'd be a good one to check out. Super short. If you're looking for something specific in the neighborhood, or you just want more information about Mason Hills, go to masonhillsleander.com and check that out. It's always up to date with what's for sale in the neighborhood. And if there's any new listings that are coming up, you'll be able to know that as well. Or if you're like, okay, I've got something specific, you know, we have this exact thing that we need and you're just kind of waiting for that, feel free to call me. I'd love to, you know, just keep an eye out for you. I know the neighbors pretty well, and I'd love to, you know, tell you like, hey, I know of a house that's about to go up for sale and give you the first shot at it. So reach out to me, schedule time to talk. I'd love to hear from you. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.